Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing really well and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, I'm Shannon and I'm a pet portrait and wildlife artist and I specialise in coloured pencils. And today we're starting a brand new studio vlog where I basically just film little snippets of my week just to show you what I get up to as I'm running my little art business. This morning I am just packing 2 Etsy orders that I've got. I've already got one of the cards made up here, which is a Lavender Fields bee card, and then I've also got 2 Tabby Cat cards that I just need to finish off and pop into their sleeves. But I just thought I would begin the video by answering some of my most asked questions that I've been getting a lot recently, which is actually about my Epson ET8500 printer. But yeah, one of the most asked questions that I get is whether the printer is worth it, and if when you print out on thicker card or paper you get little roller marks on the paper. So to answer the question honestly, I do get roller marks sometimes on my greeting cards, which is super annoying, but they are very subtle and for the meantime they don't bother me too much where I would be rushing off to get like a new printer. I'll just show you for an example. On the back here there's an ever so slight little indent. You can only really see if you're looking up close. Can't really see so much on the front, but yeah, you do get little roller marks, which is so frustrating. I might see if I can get onto Epson and find out if there's like anything that you can do. I use the Tintoretto gesso card for my greeting cards, which isn't an Epson approved like paper. They like you to use Epson papers, but to be honest, I do get roller marks on the Epson fine art paper anyway, so I don't think it's like a non-Epson paper issue. I think it is just a printer issue. No one's ever commented on like there being marks on the greeting cards or prints or anything like that, but as an artist who's very like particular and like finicky about stuff, you do notice it yourself. But it's whether that's like a deal breaker for you. Like, I'm still happily running my little like greeting cards business with this slight downside to the printer, but there's so many pros of the printer that it almost like nearly outweighs it, because it's so efficient and good with ink and it prints out really nicely. Like, the quality is lovely. So for now I'm just sort of dealing with the fact that it does give little roller marks when you print, which isn't ideal. I feel like printers are always like hard work in one way or another. Like, I've never had a printer that I haven't absolutely like found so irritating because it just doesn't work properly. The other main issue that I have with the printer is that the card often gets jammed when I'm trying to print. I think that's probably because I'm printing on a 300 GSM card though, and I'm wondering whether in future, like next time this runs out, whether I try and get hold of the 250 GSM Tintoretto gesso and see if that makes a difference. But yeah, it does get jammed, not every time, just sometimes, but when it does get jammed it really like drives me insane. I don't think this will be like my forever printer. I think one day I do plan on upgrading, but not for a while because I'm not at that stage in my business just yet. Paddy's going mental. Oh my god, he just threw his toy at me and then knocked me over. Oh, but yeah, I think one day I do plan on upgrading and getting like a faster, higher spec, like better printer, but for now it does the job. That's not going to be, but for now it does the job. I don't think you would purchase this printer as like a forever printer. I think if you plan on like growing your business, this printer isn't going to do the job forever, but for starting out like I am, I feel like it is really good. So yeah, take from that what you will. Decide whether this is still something you'd like to invest in. I can't really speak for other printers, so I don't really know what else is out there. I did struggle to find anything as reasonably priced as this, that was this efficient on ink and stuff. It is worth considering whether it's something you can put up with, but for now I feel like the cards that I produce look lovely and they get really good reviews on Etsy and stuff. But yes, I'm going to carry on packing these Etsy orders now. Just had a Gusto delivery. I have tried Gusto before, like a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed it then. But basically, I watched a programme recently called You Are What You Eat, Twin Experiment, I think, on Netflix, and it really opened my eyes to like eating more healthily and being more aware of what you're eating and stuff. And I don't know, it made me want to try eating more vegan meals. So I have ordered 3 different plant-based meals to try. So I just thought I would see how they were. Marmite teriyaki tofu with edamame rice. That looks nice. Chickpea tikka masala with fragrant rice. I don't think I've got the other sheet, but I think it was tomato gnocchi. Pretty sure that's what it was, yeah. Yeah, I thought I would just give it a go and see how I get on with it, because I do want to start eating more healthily again. I feel like I used to be really healthy and I haven't been really recently. So, oh, I got a free spoon. Love that. I only paid like £11 as well because it was the introductory offer. Oh, I found it. There we go, that's the 3rd one. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to give more plant-based meals a try, and I didn't really know where to begin, so starting out with something like this will be helpful, I think. I did make a nice curry on Saturday actually that I'm going to have for my lunch. So this is the curry that I made on Saturday. It is butternut squash, red lentil and spinach, and it's really nice. It actually tastes better now that it's like sat in the fridge for a couple of days and I've reheated it, but I feel like it just needed extra flavour. Like everything that I added, I feel like I should have added like double, but I feel like I'm like that in general with recipes that I make. I always feel like I need to add extra flavour. And this is the recipe, so feel free to screenshot if you want to give it a try. I would add extra spices though if you're anything like me, but yeah, it is nice. I did enjoy it. I just got back from a walk with Paddy and I just thought I'd sit down and chat to you and catch you up about everything that I've got going on. So the first thing that I wanted to chat to you about is that I've got a brand new workshop date booked in. So another in-person workshop. This time it's going to be a full day workshop, so you'll have me for a full day, and it'll be on Saturday the 13th of April 10 to 5, and it's going to be at the same venue that I did the last one at, so the Rewilding at Patty's Barn in Cockerham, Lancaster. So I'll leave all of the details down below, and I'll leave a link to the event page. So because it is a full day, the room hire costs a lot more, so I've had to put the ticket prices up obviously, and the tickets are £85 each, but that is for a full day. You will need to just bring a packed lunch with you because yeah, the thought of organising lunches and stuff is just like a bit overwhelming, so I thought it'd be easier if everyone just brought whatever they wanted, and then it means that I can like keep the ticket costs down a little bit as well. Otherwise it'd be getting into like the hundreds, and I just thought I wanted to make it more accessible for as many people to come and join as possible. So yes, we'll be drawing a bunny. It's going to be like a slightly like spring Easter theme, sort of torn between 2 different references at the minute. So yeah, I'm not fully decided which one to go with yet, but because it is a full day one, I think we'll probably go through how to do the outline yourself and stuff like that. So it means there's going to be so much more time to like do everything and not feel like I have to rush. And yeah, it should be a nice chilled out lovely day. Hopefully the weather will be nice by then as well, so that should be lovely. But yeah, like I said, I'll leave the link to that down below. It would be really nice to see some of you there. So the other thing that I wanted to update you on was the trip that we have planned. So I can now officially announce that I will be co-hosting with Zoe Fitchett, who is on Instagram as Zoe Fitchett Art. I'll leave all of her information down below. We actually met up in London a few years ago, if anyone remembers that vlog. The plan has always been to co-host together. We were just waiting on approval from Trova Trip to say that we could do that. Basically, when I first got the email through about the trip, I checked with Zoe because I was sure that she'd done one before. So I messaged her and I said, is this the company that you did the trip with? And she said, yeah, it was brilliant, like telling me all about it and stuff. And then she suggested that we could do a trip together which would mean co-hosting and like sharing the trip with both of our audiences together. I imagine a lot of people who follow me probably already follow Zoe as well, so we just thought it'd be nice to do it together, and it takes a bit of the pressure off as well. Like doing something like that is quite scary and intimidating when you've never done it before, so doing it with somebody is going to be so much nicer, and like sharing the experience with somebody that I already like speak to and already know, so that should be really nice. I'll leave the link down below for you to register your interest for that as well. We are hoping to get like the official plan out into the open soon and get some bookings for the trip, so yeah, we'll probably do another update over on Instagram when that happens. But the plan is, if this all goes well and good, we might possibly be able to do more trips in future, so the more people that can get their name put down for future trips, the better really. So yes, that should be amazing. I'm just fingers and toes crossed that we'll be able to do it. I'm sure it should be fine, but obviously it relies on us getting a large enough group of people to go to be able to do it. So if you're the sort of person that has wanted to go out travelling but you're always waiting around for like friends to be available and stuff like that, and you don't really want to go somewhere fully just solo, then come and join us, come with us. If you're an IT creative person, we're going to plan some art workshops and stuff on the trip, so yeah, it should be really nice. It's going to be all about wildlife and getting out and seeing it in its natural habitat and stuff like that, so it's all going to be about wildlife and conservation and stuff like that. So yes, that'll be really exciting when we announce the actual trip itinerary. Got plenty of commissions to get on with. I actually have enough work to see me through to the start of summer, so yeah, I don't usually get booked up super far in advance. I don't know why, I've just never been that person that gets booked up like years in advance or anything, but this is probably like the longest streak of commissions that I've had for a while now, and it's usually really quiet at this time of year, so I'm very grateful to everyone who's keeping me going at a time of year where I usually find it's a bit of a struggle. So I do feel like things are getting slightly more back to normal. I think things haven't been the same since like the pandemic and cost of living crisis. Obviously people are struggling to like pay for the bare minimum thing, so to expect commissions to be coming through the same as they used to, it's just not going to happen. But I do feel like things are picking up a little bit. Yes, I'm going to get on with this commission and watch some YouTube videos or something while I do it. What are you doing, Paddy? Please excuse the bushy hair. I'm trying to embrace my natural curls a little bit more, so I feel like my hair is a little bit like crazy in the minute. Anyway, I've got something really exciting and fun to share with you today. I thought I'd just change it up and sit on the dining table instead of my desk. Just feel like I'm always at my desk, and for the first time in a few weeks the dining table's actually completely clear of stuff. I did a big top to bottom clean and tidy of the house on Saturday, and I'm just feeling so much better about everything. But anyway, I've got something really fun and exciting to share with you today. So this is the Auto Tumbler Heat Press by HTVRONT, and they kindly gifted it me, and it's basically a machine that allows you to put your designs onto mugs and tumblers and stuff like that, and it uses heat to press it onto it. So I'm gonna have a go at it today. I'm really excited. There was actually a period of time years ago where I started doing mugs. I don't think I was even vlogging at that point, but I bought them from a supplier that does drop shipping, somebody that I know who owns the company actually, and I really liked them, but I just felt like they were too expensive to really do anything with, because a load of them broke in the post, which to be honest was my fault. I don't think I packed them well enough, but because of the cost of the mugs it just wasn't worth continuing doing them, to be honest. So it's going to be fun to try and do them myself, because I think this is something that would sell really well at craft fairs and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a go. I have actually bought some mugs to test this out on, so I will get those out in a second. But yeah, I shall unbox it now and have a look and see what it's like. The HTVRONT Auto Tumbler is an automated heat press designed to work seamlessly with a variety of tumblers, mugs and cups. With just one click, the heat press can apply pressure automatically based on the diameter of your tumbler. I also love how it has a safety feature that shuts the machine down after 15 minutes of inactivity. So let's give it a go. I've ordered some dye sublimation paper. I'm hoping that this one's going to work alright. It was like the top rated one on Amazon, so I just thought I'd give it a go. You get quite a lot of paper in there, and it's by the Ink Experts, and it does look like you can use this on mugs, so it should be fine. I'm sure it should be alright. And I've also got some mugs. I went looking online and I managed to find some reasonably priced mugs to try out. The first ones that I ordered are these, and I don't really know why, because I feel I'm looking at them now, they're not really very me. I don't know, I'll let you have a look at them, but they're kind of like the standard sort of shape and size mug, but with a gold handle. I don't know, I can't decide if that's nice or if it's a little bit tacky. I don't know, what do we think? I feel like I'm gonna have to try it with a design to decide whether that's something that I like. But my favourite ones are these. And they're really cute. They're like a little bit smaller than usual. Like if you look at that next to the Rendale mug, it's more of like an espresso mug. So I didn't realise they'd be that small when I ordered them, but that's me not looking at the description properly. But I suppose they'll make nice little test pieces. So I feel like I don't hate the standard mug shape or size. I just kind of wanted something a bit more interesting if I could. So yes, I'm gonna give these a go. I'm trying to decide which design to do first. I might go with something like the Kingfisher that's sort of just gonna be in the middle, so I don't have to worry about getting it like perfectly in line on the first attempt. It looks quite easy to use, you know. I just realised it's going to print backwards. Don't know if you can see that, but it's the wrong way around. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, let's print it again, back to front. It's like a special brown, yellow heat tape this. Whatever you do, do not use normal tape. Like, don't be using masking tape or anything like that. Okay, so that is the first mug all taped up, design on, and fingers crossed I put it in the right place, but one way to find out. Okay, so on this video, it says to set 390, and then time needs to be 480. Okay, so once it flashes green, that means it's heated up to the right temperature, so 380 degrees for 480 seconds, and then pop the mug in. I've got my gloves on, my heat gloves, like that, and then press start. Oh, I think the mug's too small. I don't feel like it's going to work properly. Do you see what I mean? There's little gaps. Maybe that'll be enough to heat it though. I might just get away with it, I don't know. Okay, we are done. There we go. It's hot, that. Oh. Didn't do it. What did I do wrong? Okay, I have no idea what I've done wrong, but it's not printed. I've just been doing some Googling, and it's looking like the Epson ET8500 doesn't work for sublimation unless you buy specific sublimation inks and refill it just to do the sublimation, but it looks like you have to do that from the start and have it as a separate sublimation printer in order for it to work. So when I googled it, it said it was an inkjet printer and it would be fine to do this with. I'm really gutted about that, because obviously I love the print quality of the Epson ET8500. Okay, I'm gonna have the rest of my tofu. I've put some extra peanuts and sesame oil and stuff on it today, so that should be better. I didn't realise you were meant to use both packets of peanuts, so that should give it a bit of a nicer texture. But yeah, think I just need to have a little bit of a lunch break and then get on with something else, because I feel a little bit defeated after that, to be honest. I feel like I've just wasted my whole morning. I'm gonna have a little chill now for a bit, I think. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit less sorry for myself now that it's not worked, and I'm gonna just get on with something else. So for a while I've been meaning to do some product shots for my slate coasters so that I can get them online, and I'm thinking of just doing the same thing that I've done for like the gift tags and stuff like that, where I've taken a photo of a blank one. Paddy, what on earth are you doing? Where I've taken a photo of a blank one and I've just sort of mocked up the image on top of it, so then all of the images are consistent and it doesn't take me forever to photograph every single one. So thinking something like this, something quite simple. I use this like moss for quite a lot of stuff. It's from Harris & Cropper, the shop that I do the social media for, and I always use this barrel for taking photos because I really like the rustic finish to the top. So I'm gonna have a go at taking some pictures now. Okie dokie, so this is the image that I've chosen. Just done a little bit of tweaking, the brightness, the levels and stuff, and I've made sure that the coaster looks nice and straight in the middle by just rotating it at the corners. But yeah, I'm going to start with the cow, make it black and white, and try my best to make it look as close to how the engraved coaster looks as possible. I feel like that looks pretty close to what they actually look like when they've been engraved. Okie dokie, I've just finished putting my slate coaster designs on. These are the only ones that I've tried out so far, so I don't want to go putting any more on until I've done some tests and stuff, but yeah, I'm really pleased with how they look. I'm really surprised at how realistic they look, considering they're just mock-ups. It's always a good idea to do mock-ups if you can, because the amount of time that you save is just incredible. So yeah, I'm really pleased with those, and there's always a way around it using editing programs like Affinity Photo. It does help to have a little bit of knowledge of how to use programs like that. If you can figure it out, it honestly opens up so many doors for different things that you can do. So I've had a little chill, I've done my slate coaster product images, and I've had a bit of a research into sublimation printing. I feel like I should have had a bit more of a deep dive into it before the company reached out to me. They asked if I had an inkjet printer, and I googled it, and as far as I was aware I did, and that would be enough. But no, you have to have a printer with sublimation dyes in it in order to print on sublimation paper and for it to work when you're using like a heat press or something like that. Yes, the Epson ET8500 would work as a sublimation printer, only if you buy the specific sublimation dyes and put them in the printer from the very beginning. So you can't just use a printer that you've been printing on greeting cards and prints and stuff and then decide, actually I want to start printing sublimation. You have to have used those inks from the very beginning, otherwise the normal ink apparently like clogs the print nozzles up or something. I don't know. Basically you have to know that you want it to be a sublimation printer from the start, and I had no idea about that. I just thought you could print with a normal printer. I suppose I was a little bit naive to think that, but yeah, I've had a look at some options. I kind of had a bit of a panic and I was like, I'm just gonna have to send it back, like I'm not gonna be able to do the review and do the video. And I had a look at some options, and obviously one of the options is to buy a printer and use it for sublimation printing, but I feel like that's a little bit of a silly, risky decision to make, to just suddenly invest in a new printer when I've not even sold mugs or anything like that before properly. I'd like to have a go at selling some at least before going and buying something like that. So I've had a look at some other options. I rang up a local printing company in our town and just asked if they do sublimation printing. They said not anymore, they used to, but they don't have a sublimation printer now. I just thought surely there's a business out there that does like printing onto sublimation paper that you can then use to press things yourself. There's got to be companies out there that do that. So I had a little look on Etsy. Good old Etsy. I feel like you can find anything on there, can't you? And I've ordered a sheet of sublimation paper with my printed designs on. So hopefully that will be all that I need to get started with pressing things myself. Obviously it's not as good as if you can print it out yourself, but I think you've just got to be resourceful and just think of other options. Like if you don't have the full means to do something, it doesn't mean that you can't do it, you just have to find a way around it. So yes, I feel a little bit better about that now. It's going to take a good week or so for that to come, I think, so I might have to just film an extra little bit at the end of this vlog to test out the heat press properly. I feel a little bit like, now. I feel like it's been one of those days where things haven't worked out the way that I wanted it to, and I don't feel like I've been overly productive, but sometimes I can be a little bit like toxic productivity kind of thing, where I feel like I always have to be doing something useful and I have to make use of my time to the absolute millisecond, and it doesn't always have to be like that. To be honest, the amount of progress that I've made just by looking into all this stuff is still progress. So it wasn't overly expensive to get it printed. It was £3.70 for one sheet including delivery, which is obviously a lot more than it would be printing out a sheet yourself, but I also haven't had to spend over £100 on a printer. I can just give it a go without investing up front. So yeah, obviously it'd be cheaper the more sheets that you buy, so if this is something that works really well and it's something that I can do going forward, then I'll keep doing that until I make enough to buy a printer. So it's not the end of the world, there's always other options. Anyway, now I'm gonna get on with my 2 hours of freelance work, and then I've got yoga tonight, so I think that'll be a nice little unwind to the day. I had my fitness class last night. I usually do it on a Thursday, but I changed it this week. I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like when I do like a really intense workout, the day after I'm just like, ugh, I just don't feel like me anymore. I don't know, it takes me a while to recover, I think, so yeah, yoga, stretch it all out, should be better. Okay, I am just about to sit down and film the next part of this Patreon tiger tutorial. This is how far we've got currently. So we've done the eyes and we're going to work our way down the nose now. Really enjoying this tutorial. It's taken me a while to build it all up, but I think it'll all be so worth it. We've got a chilled out Paddy, hopefully. Hopefully he'll have a little sleep or something, but yeah, going to get on with this now. So hard to film Strathmore Bristol Vellum because of how shiny it is, but there we go. I've just finished the 7th part of the tiger tutorial. I'm really pleased with how it's looking. I did the nose, as you can see, and yeah, it's looking really nice so far. Right, I'm just doing a couple of Etsy orders. I've got 2 more Tabby Cat cards to do. They've been quite popular again recently, so yeah, I'm going to get those done, and then I'm going to take Paddy for a walk while it's nice and sunny outside. There we go, that's the 2 Etsy orders printed and done. Thank you so much, Alison and Angeli, for your orders. I'm going to take my little tote bag with my blue tip pin, extendable lead, because it's nice and sunny. Ready? Tiny head in mine, you're 5 feet off the ground, you rest on my shoulder, and the stars convey the light. So fragile in the night, in this moment, forever be. Right, I'm back now and I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to have some lunch and I'm going to have a do at making this gnocchi. I don't even know how to say that word, gnocchi. It's now 3:30. I need to do my freelance work and I'm gonna have some hummus. I'm really hungry again. I feel like the vegan meals aren't filling me up for as long, but it's fine because I'm gonna have some snacks this afternoon. I thought I'd show you quickly. I have actually made a start on the tutorials to keep. So I've only done one so far. I've done the Kingfisher, and I'm going to price them at £25 each, but with a starting out offer of 20% off, so the £20 each, until I've like built the collection up, because I think it's going to take me quite a while to do that. But yes, I have made a PDF that you can download and it's got all of the information on. So this is what the PDF looks like, and this is all of the coloured pencil list and paper, so you can check that before purchasing. It's going to take me a while to get through all those, but just let me know in the comments if there are any tutorials that you'd like me to prioritise, like which order I should do them in, because I feel like some of you might be interested in particular tutorials. So yeah, if there's any that you'd like me to do first, just let me know. Yeah, I did the PDF on Canva, so usually I use Affinity Photo for like pretty much everything, but I just thought it'd be a bit more straightforward and easy to find a template on Canva that I liked and just tweak it and make it my own, and then that way I can just switch the images out really easily every time. So for example, I can easily change this image with something else. I'm not gonna do this one, but you know, like that, I can just quickly switch it out. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. When you purchase the individual tutorials, you'll get a zip file with the line drawing and the reference along with this PDF document, but there's also a link to the line drawing and reference as well, just in case like you lose it or something, I don't know. Yeah, I just tried to make it like simple, straight to the point, but also informative and visually appealing as well. So I'm really pleased with it. I don't know how much I'll film tomorrow because I'm actually getting my hair done. I've not had it coloured since, gosh, August last year or something, August, September time, and my roots are getting so dark. I feel like it's like pretty much nearly my natural hair colour again now, and I want to go blonder again for springtime, but not as blonde as I have been before. I'm kind of trying to make it a bit more natural and a bit more like sun-kissed looking, but we'll see. I might end up coming out really blonde again. I think what I'll do is I'll take my laptop with me and get a bit of work done while I'm there, because I'm usually sat around for a few hours, so it'll be a good opportunity to get some bits done. I think it's important to also take a bit of time for yourself as well as being productive all the time. So yeah, I will catch you up whenever. Hello everyone, it's Friday today. I'm being quiet because Scott's got the day off today and he's in the bedroom with Paddy, so being quieter than usual. But yeah, just using this opportunity to do some more filming of the tiger tutorial. I had a lovely day off yesterday, got my hair done, and then I went and spent the afternoon at my grandma's house and did a little bit of work on my laptop while I was there, and we watched Dogs Behaving Very Badly. I love that show. Really worried that I was going to get stuck in Blackburn and Darwin because the snow was coming down hard later into the day it got, so yeah, that was a little bit scary, but it was fine. Managed to get home okay. So it's very cold today, which is why I've got my nice thick fleece on. But yes, I've actually got 2 days off next week as well, because I'm going to Manchester to see Stephen Sanchez with my mum, so that'll be really good. The tickets were so cheap and he's actually amazing live, so I'm really looking forward to that. So yes, I will get on with this now. It's always good to do filming when I can just film for like an hour straight rather than it taking 2 hours to do an hour long video, because Paddy's running around and all sorts of stuff. Okie dokie, I've decided I'm going to do this little top section here, so that is before. There we go, I've just finished that next section and I'm really pleased with it. I think it's starting to look really good now. Obviously it's going to look even better when I finish off that bottom bit of the mouth and the face will start to like form properly, but I'm really pleased with the progress on this tutorial. Okay, I've got some Etsy orders to pack now that I need to get out today, and then I think I will import the footage for the first tutorial part that I filmed into Final Cut Pro, and then I can get that edited and start uploading it, because it's been taking quite a while to upload videos with our new Wi-Fi. It needs upgrading, so yeah, the sooner I can get that done, the sooner I can get the video uploaded and posted to Patreon. I don't think I mentioned yet on here that I'm using Final Cut Pro to edit videos now instead of iMovie, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's like a better version of iMovie basically, but it's £300. I've got the free trial at the minute. I'm gonna have to buy the proper version of the program soon, so that's all good fun, but it is worth it because I feel like there are a lot more options for things to do on there, and I've also been able to add coloured pencil names and stuff, so yeah, it's been a lot better so far. Okay, this order is for Julie and it's a snowy fox card, a her card, red squirrel and a barn owl bookmark. Almost perfect. So it's Saturday today and I just thought I'd show you a little project that I'm going to be working on over the next few weekends, however long it's going to take me. So I got these drawers from our local recycling shop and they were only £2 each, so I've already taken apart all of the drawers, There's 2 sets, so £2 each, £4 in total, and I've found all of the handles in the back of the drawers where they've like fallen in. So I'm well pleased with that. They said it were cheap because they didn't have all the handles, but turns out they do. So the plan is I'm going to use French Chic, Creme de la Creme and the browning wax on top, because I've seen that hack all over TikTok and it looks really good. So I'll show you the progress on how they're looking. But yeah, they're really good quality drawers for like £2 each. I'm just doing it at my mum and dad's house because they've got a bit of a better setup here for doing stuff like this. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how these go, because I was going to buy some for like £50 each, so I'll save loads of money doing it this way. I love a little upcycling project. I just don't enjoy sanding. That's the worst bit. I also found some underwear in the back of the drawers from whoever had it before, so that was a funny little find. I also bought this jewellery box because I really liked the handles and the shape of it, and it opens in the top like that, so I'm going to get another mirror, give it a clean up inside because it's a bit dusty. And there's also some little drawers, and that was £3 in the same recycling shop. I literally went in to take my recycling and came out with 3 different items to upcycle, so yeah, I'm going to do those in like a sage green colour. I've still got some left from when I did the dining table, so that should be a nice little project. Okay, so I now have the sublimation prints that I bought from Etsy. The company that I used are called I'm Unique, and I cannot thank them enough for how much they helped me with this, because I didn't think that I'd be able to do the mugs after realising that I couldn't use my printer. But the service that they offer was just incredible. It was so helpful. He's called Glenn and he could not do enough to help me. Like, I am so grateful for everything that he did. Not only did he give me loads of advice and tips on sublimation, but he did a few extra prints for me and he put them onto a mug template, and the communication was amazing, and I'm just so grateful for how kind and helpful he was. So thank you so much, Glenn, if you happen to be watching this, because I did mention that I was going to give him a shout out because of how lovely and kind he was. But yes, I'm gonna have a look and see how they're looking. I'm really excited. He just knows his stuff so well, and I actually feel like it's good having somebody on board to help you who knows what they're doing when you're sort of new to this kind of stuff. So yeah, he also added me to his Facebook group. People share like the crafts and things they've made with the sublimation. So he said the colours are going to look different to how they'll look once you've pressed them with the heat press. So that is the little setup that he's done. How much better is that? Like, it's got these little bits that go underneath the handles, so when I cut them out they'll be easier to place. And he's done them to the size of the mugs and everything. So he's done 3 sheets for me, and I only paid for 1. Honestly, I was like, please can I send you some more money for helping me? And he was like, no, I just want you to be successful. But yeah, he even took some of the background off, and there were some little lines on the artwork that I hadn't spotted. But yes, I am so excited to give these a go. I'll leave a link down below to his Etsy and stuff. But yes, I think it's time to give this another shot. I've just cut this little template out and I'm gonna stick it to one of these bigger mugs. So all I've had to do is just put one little bit of tape on there and not on the actual mug, because I feel like the tape marked it a little bit last time I tried it. So let's give it a go. Oh my god. Okay, that is real sublimation, not like what I were doing before. That's well nice. He was so right about the colours being completely different once they're on. Look at that. Oh my god. Done something a bit wrong there. Maybe I haven't stuck that down very well, but that's my error. Sure, it's something that I'll get used to the more that I practice. Nothing ever goes right first time, does it? But might just be able to see it a little bit better there, but wow, look at the colours. I am well impressed by that. You can just see what I mean there, where it's gone a bit blurry. I think I didn't maybe stick it down right or something, but wow, that is well cool. Right, I'm going to try a little one now. I do feel like these are too small, and they were too small for the template. I think they're just not quite the right size to go for, but I've got them, so I might as well try them. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So I had to actually stick it to the mug because the template didn't quite fit because it's too small. Ooh. Oh, it's gone a bit blurry. I must have done something wrong, but yeah, I need to make sure I cut that off. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Obviously the ink's gonna go where it's on the edge there, but these are all practices and practice makes perfect, so I'm not expecting to get it right first time, but I can see that that's going to be really good when I do figure it out. Oh, it's a bit clearer there. I wonder if it's like I'm not sticking it down properly. He has sent me a guide. I should probably have a look at stuff like that, but yes, I really like how that's looking. Maybe it's because it's near the edge where it's like curved a little bit. Maybe I need to do my templates a bit smaller, but yeah, you can sort of see little bits of it like here where it's gone really detailed like it should be, but overall I'm really pleased with it. I just need to figure out how to get it to look perfect. Okay, I've had a look and it's actually because I'm leaving it in the heat press too long. So it says minimum time 360 seconds, so I might try the minimum, see if that makes a difference. 360 seconds. I might have to turn this around halfway through because it doesn't quite touch at the other side because it is so small. So let's give it a go. I think I'm just going to take it out. If it's not done the other side, then I'll know that it needs to be touching at both sides and I need to turn it round. But if it looks good, then I know that I don't need to. So I'm just going to treat these as test subjects, and I probably won't actually sell these, but ooh, maybe I do need to turn that around then. Oh well, it's all a learning curve, isn't it? Still a little bit blurry there. I wonder what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, that's very faded, so that must be the side that wasn't quite touching. Let's try another one. I'm sure none of these are going to be perfect, but at least I'm learning as I go. This time I've stuck it down a little bit better, and I'm going to do it both way rounds in the heat press so that I get both sides. One thing to consider with this though is that that would be less cost effective because of how much extra time it would take. So pretty sure I'm going to forget about the smaller mugs because I think most people prefer like a substantial size coffee or tea anyway, don't they? Like I keep seeing comments on things where people say like, oh, I prefer a big mug over a small mug. So yeah, I think I'm going to end up going for the 12 ounce size. I think it's 12 ounce. Yeah, I just think that'd be a lot better. I do feel like I'm warming to the gold handles too after judging them straight away. I thought, I don't think they're for me, but I don't know, I quite like them actually. They look quite classy. Let me know what you think about the gold handle, whether you like it or not, or whether you just prefer plain white. Oh, do you know what would be great if I could get sage green handles, but I don't think that they'll exist. That would be perfect. Okay, so this could be a disaster with how long it's been in there, but there's only one way to find out. Okay, so that one actually came out better than some of the other ones. So now I'm wondering if taping it down a bit more helped, but also more time. Oh, I don't know now. Should I be doing more time or less time? Let's try one of the bigger ones again and do it a little bit lower temperature for less time and see if that makes a difference. Okay, let's try the final larger mug. I have stuck it down a little bit better and like I said, going to do it for less time, less temp and see if that makes a difference or whether it actually needs more. Ooh, that's definitely better. That fluff was already there from the first time that I tried it with this mug, but okay, Okay, so less time, less heat. It's on 380 degrees Fahrenheit, 380 seconds. So yeah, that looks really good. Maybe even less time, I don't know. It's not as blurry, it's more sharp, but I think it could still be a little bit sharper. So maybe I do it for less time than the manual recommends. See if that makes a difference. Because it has still bled a little tiny bit. So yeah, I've only got 2 little mugs left now. I'm gonna try 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 380 seconds. So it's a little bit cooler than the manual recommends, but I suppose there's probably different factors that you need to take into account. I imagine there'll be like differences in like inks and papers and loads of different factors that will affect how the ink transfers onto the mug, but so far I think that one definitely the best, and the last one that I just did, that one looks really good. So there's something that I'm getting right but not quite 100%. Okay, went a bit yellowy and a bit faded. Maybe it wasn't quite long enough then, or it wasn't quite hot enough. I've got one more to try, so I really need to like see if I can get it right with this last one. But yeah, that obviously isn't the right thing to do. Right, last one, 380 degrees Fahrenheit, 370 seconds. Let's give it a whirl. Oh no. No, I think it's these small mugs. They're obviously not the right size. Maybe it needs to be longer then. Okay, well, it's all part of the learning process, isn't it? But I love that for a mug design though, pheasant. I think it's safe to say that these 2 were the best ones. So I'll have to look back and have a look at the settings that I used for those, but that one came out really nice. It's a little bit blurred out in places, but overall it looks good, and same with that one. Good thing is that they look really nice. It's just a case of perfecting them. I mean, how long did it take me to get the prints right on my printer? It's just a case of trial and error. So yeah, really pleased with how they came out though. I am going to have a go at engraving my logo on the bottom and see what that looks like. Right, so I'm going to use my axe tool F1 and have a go at engraving my logo on the bottom of the mug. So okay, it's become apparent pretty quickly that this axe tool F1 doesn't engrave on ceramic. I think you need a CO2 laser or something, so yeah, I don't think that that's going to work, but maybe there'd be other ways of getting the logo on the bottom, like maybe a little vinyl sticker or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, but I think that is the end of my mug experimentation then. We finally made it to the end of the video, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you if you have stuck around with me all this time. I'm really pleased with how the mugs turned out, and I do really like those gold handles. I feel like they've grown on me quite a lot, so do let me know what you think about those, whether you think I should just stick to plain old white. But yeah, before you go, I did want to give you a little update because things have moved forward a little bit since I first started this vlog. So for the group trip with myself and Zoe, I can officially announce that we will be going to Kenya in Africa. So that is going to be absolutely unbelievable, and I've always wanted to go to Africa and do a safari and see all of the wildlife and its natural habitat and stuff like that. So the fact that we possibly are going to be doing this is, oh, I can't even contain my excitement, and I have to keep pinching myself that this opportunity has been given to me. Like, it just doesn't feel real at all. But yeah, we are going to Kenya, and if you fancy coming along with us, then just head to the description and register your interest, and you'll receive all of the updates straight to your inbox. So yeah, keep your eyes out in your inbox on our Instagram stories, and all will be revealed soon. It'd be lovely to see some of you there and to make incredible memories, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you could give it a like, because it helps me out massively, and make sure to subscribe to see more videos like this, and I shall see you in the next one. So bye for now.